To another Chart Nerd TA video. So I'm going to be diving into Everdome this morning, doing some technical analysis for you. So I've got this Fibonacci on here. Okay, so this fib is going from this local high, okay, that we came up, we ran into, we wicked to, and I'm retracing back down to this low. Okay, so from this high, we're retracing to this low. Okay, and we're looking basically, if we have a bit more of a roll, Bitcoin I think is starting to run into a bit of resistance from the drop it had yesterday. But I do think we potentially here, okay, especially if we start to get multiple closes below this 20 EMA and start closing below this 20 EMA and hitting your head on it, I do think you're looking at further downside targets. So for me, I'm going to start off with the bearish scenario for the near short term. Within this Fibonacci. So straight away you can see here too, we've got this low, okay, and then from this we've got this ascending level of support that we're holding here. Okay, so I've got this trend line in that's acting as a level of support for Dome. You can put it straight off the candle closes, but I do like to go to the wicks, especially on lows. So for me, what I'm looking at here, okay, potentially, because what you could see yesterday, okay, this is the 050 right here. So this is part of this and the 0618. Okay, so these two areas on the fibs are the golden ratio. Okay, so when you're coming up, you need to break these to get confirmation. When you're coming down, you need to hold these as support to get confirmation that you're still going to continue your uptrend. So you can see straight away here, okay, Dome had this double bottom pattern, okay, that it coiled up in, okay, and we broke out of this resistance. So this was our resistance. Okay, we came up, we broke out, met the technical target, and then we started to retrace. Okay, and then we've come basically back down to the 0618. Okay, we came up, we fell back to the 050, held it as support and broke out. Okay, so all good and dandy. That's nice structure. That was nice structure. Okay, so from this high, you retraced back to the 0618, the golden ratio. Okay, at that point, you broke out, you fell back to the 050, created a higher low. Okay, you created a higher low, held the 050 as support, and then broke out again. So you can see that from that breakout, okay, we've come back down. Again, look where you found support, back on the 050. Okay, so this is key support right now, okay, because this is the neckline of this double bottom. Okay, you broke the 0618 and fell back to the 050 and broke out again. Right now, you've come back to the 050. Okay, so this is a key area that we want to see Dome hold for support. Okay, so if you start to see Dome coming down and doing something like this where it loses the daily 20, especially if you get multiple closes below the daily 20 and turn that to resistance, if we start coming down and losing this 050, okay, as support, and this neckline, okay, as previous resistance, and we do turn that into resistance again, for me, I do think potentially you are looking to roll and fall back to this ascending trend line. Now, the hardest thing for me to say here is, okay, this trend line is continuously changing in price, so it's very hard to get a bang on idea of where, if we do retrace, it's going to fall to. Okay, but these fibs help us give us a bit more of a target. Okay, and as I said, the golden ratio, the 050 and the 0618 tend to act as support if you are looking to get continuation. So if we do something like this, okay, and we start to roll up and get rejected, potentially straight off the back, you're looking for the 0618, okay, at 0.00192. And if you was to hold that as support still, you could say that you could just coil up here and basically just retest this trend line somewhere and have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, okay, a pullback. And what you'll be doing, if we did come back and retest these areas or this trend line of support and we do fail to break out here, again, this would be healthy because you'd have a low, okay, you'd have a high, okay, and then you'd retrace to another low and you'd be having a higher low, of which at that case, this is where you'd want to see Dome coil up and basically hold support. Okay, because if we did do something like that and we did retrace to this trend line, you can see that this 050 will then become, once you lose that, it becomes resistance. And what you could be doing is sort of forming some sort of, you could basically coil up here. This is what I think potentially is going to happen. And you're going to have this low, a higher low, and then you're going to have this resistance above us, and of which at this point it makes a decision whether it wants to come out and break back out and retest these highs, or whether you're going to lose the 0618 and start retracing back down to these lows. Okay, so do get this trend line in, do get these trend lines in, guys. Okay, you've got the 050, which is a price of 0.00210. Okay, do get that in your charts. That is our support at the moment. If you do see us lose that, okay, do look for a throwback into this pattern where you potentially could start coiling back up again. Okay, and do get this trend line in here for support. It's literally as simple as that. You've got resistance, okay, and you've got support down here. So potentially what you're doing is basically coiling up, looking to find higher lows to break out, okay, and you're forming a larger bottoming out pattern on the daily time frame. It's literally that simple. If we start to see Dome closing below this trend line, okay, falling out of this and sort of doing something like this where it fails, keeps putting in lower highs, okay, if you get a lower high and get rejected at that 050, again, you've got this high, you'd have a lower high. If you lost this trend line, for me, straight away you're looking to come back down and retest this low that you put in on the 7th of September. Okay, so you want to see basically structure hold. You want to see the 050 hold, okay, and you want to see this trend line hold as support, because if we don't, then we are looking to retrace. Okay, but as I've said, okay, a lot of projects have had this wave 1 up, a wave 2 down to higher support, and they're right now coiling up on this ascending level of support, and they're breaking out. Okay, they're starting to break out. A lot of projects, obviously, because yesterday had a pullback, but Bitcoin regained itself. But as I've said, right now it is running into resistance, so we do need to be careful, okay, because if Bitcoin fails to break, okay, you're going to see a lot of alts start to take damage from that, okay, and potentially you are in the short term looking to retest to this 050, okay, and at that point it makes a decision whether it wants to hold and go for another attack, okay, or if it wants to lose support and potentially come down to this trend line. Okay, so we do need to keep our eyes on this 050. It's a key area of support right now. If that is lost, you're getting thrown back into this sort of ascending triangle pattern, and you're looking for ascending support. If we hold it, okay, you're looking to come up and retest this local high and this 55, okay, as it's coming down on us. So yeah, guys, that's a quick update for you today on Everdome. It's literally a game of support and resistance. The 050 right now is our key area that we need to hold. Okay, and if we do start to lose that, okay, and hit our heads, do look for a retest of this trend line somewhere along the line, okay, and that is our last leg of support. If we fail to break above that and we do start losing it, for me, you are going to retest and retrace to these lows, guys, okay? So, yeah, do keep that in mind. I hope you enjoyed today's update. Until next time, from Chart Nerd TA, peace out.